So make sure you guys stay tuned to the very end of the video if you want drops that look, come on, get it, a little something like that. Oh yeah. If you want stacks on stacks of wither skeleton skulls like I just got there, make sure you stay tuned to the very end of the video so you can see how to build this whole entire farm. And to be honest, this is probably one of the best farms I have ever built. So hello there everyone and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a very fast and very efficient beacon farm. Yeah, let's just get straight into this farm. In case you're wondering why we are in a tundra, because you're going to need to be in a tundra to build this farm, a snowy tundra of course, because the strays that spawn here actually dropped wither skeleton skulls when they get killed by a charged creeper. So essentially we're going to make a big farm, collect them all, throw them in the nether, and blow them up with the charged creeper. And yeah, that's how we're going to go ahead and make this farm. But yeah, let's just start right away. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to build just like a little pillar up with an easy identifier block. And this is going to be the very middle of your farm, so make sure it's in a nice big flat area. And what we're going to do is we're going to build diagonally 35 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 34, 35, and on the 36th block we're going to build this out of stone. And that is going to be one corner of the farm complete. And all we're going to do is we're going to replicate this same exact thing that we built over here on this side, and that will give us our two corners, and then we can just go ahead and connect them up. So once again, coming out here from our center block, we're going to go out by 35. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 35. And once again, on the 36th block, we build this up, and that is going to be our corner. So then we have our two corners. Make sure you double check, make this all right. But then next, all we got to do is connect up the corners. There we have our box all made out, and this is pretty much going to be the spawning platform. And the thing that we built around, as you can see how we connect them, these are actually going to be our walls, and these can be a total of 4 blocks high. So we're just going to come here and go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're going to go ahead and build that up all the way around. Not only that, we're going to go have to fill in this whole entire floor section with just stone. Make sure you do the walls first so you know where your walls go, and then we just gotta, you know, fill the whole thing in with a whole layer of stone. So I'm going to go ahead and do that through the whole way through. This might take a little bit while, but it's worth it. There's no real like redstone involved. It's just a lot of placing blocks. So I'm going to go ahead and build this all up, and I'll be back with you guys once I'm done with that. Alright, so next up we have a lot of trench building to build actually. These are just going to be 2 block down trenches, 1 wide, and we are going to build one that is you know, perfectly in line with your center block of the farm. And we want to make sure we're facing either north or south, because we want these going back and forth this way, not that way. So south is always down, north is always up. So either way, as long as it's going either this way or that way, it's the same thing. But now what we're going to do, we're going to get out again our marking blocks. We're going to come from this middle trench, which is again lined up with the middle block, count over by 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th one, we're going to place a block. Then we're going to do it again, 1, 2, 3, on the 4th one, place a block, 1, 2, 3, 4th one, place it, 1, 2, 3, 4th one, 1. And we're going to head and do this whole way on this one entire wall. And if you end up with exactly 3 blocks the whole way around, even at this end wall, you know that you did do it right. And now what we're going to do, we're going to come back here towards the middle where a beginning trench is. And what we're going to do is we're going to build one of these trenches every other block. So we have this block, we're not going to build one there, but then the next one, we're going to go ahead and dig out the 2 down and 1 wide trench this whole way through, from this side all the way to that one. Then again, we're going to skip this one, going to build one here, going to skip this one, build one here, skip this one, build one here. So if you did it right, it's going to end up looking something like that, where you're going to just copy the same exact thing on that side. And of course, these trenches are going to go all the way down to that side, and they're going to look just like this. So I know it's a lot of digging, a lot of mining, but just get on it and you'll be good. As you can see, we skip that one, dig one, skip that one, dig this one, skip that one, dig this one, skip it, and dig it. So either way, you should always have one right here by the wall. But yeah, I'll go ahead and give you a quick little aerial view so you can see what it looks like. How we dig one, skip it, dig it, skip it, dig it. So yeah, make sure you build these trenches all the way down. Like I said, 2 down, 1 wide. And yeah, I'll be back with you guys once we finish up that step of the farm. So if you build this all correctly, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 trenches in total. All perfectly perfect, just like that. The next step we're going to do is we're actually going to be building up our nether portals. And these are all different lengths, as you can see. The easiest way to do this, you want to build this in the middle, is boot your inventory with exactly how I have mine. I have 10 blocks of obsidian, 13 blocks of obsidian, 21, 13, and 10. So what we're going to do, we're going to start here on this side, and we're just going to go along the bottom. So we're going to go over by 10. You don't even have to count because it's already separated. And then once you run out of blocks, all you do is you come up here to the next step, and you go 1, 2, and 3. And then you go back to what was next in line, so 13. So we're going to go ahead and bring it across until we run out of blocks. Then just like so, we're going to go up 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to go ahead and do the 21 blocks across, as you can see, and even place them underneath that middle block. But make sure you keep that there because that is the center. We got to know where the center is at all times because it's going to be very helpful. 1, 2, 3. Only 13 more left. Go ahead and place these all in. And 1, 2, 2, and 3. And then now we just got 10 more to place in, and this should line up perfectly with the edge, just like so. And now you don't need that anymore because, as you can see, it's real easy just to copy it and know where to go up. But we're going to go ahead and do that in every single one of these trenches. And once you do get done with that, all we have to do is we come here, we take out 1, 2, and 3 blocks and build that up. And then all we do is we bring it across, and we're going to bring it across the whole way down. So we are doing this to every single one of our trenches. So go ahead and do this real fast, and yeah, you can destroy that block if you have to, but at least know where the center is somehow. But yeah, sorry, it is a lot of obsidian, but again, this is like a late game, end game farm. So go ahead and build that all up, just like so. Here, I'll even show you guys the little end thing, how we're going to do it. We just took the 1, 2, 3 blocks out, and oops, 1, 2, 3, and we don't need that. And don't light the portals yet, alright? Build up every single one of these portals in every single one of these trenches. And I'll be back with you once you finish up that step. Alright, so after you place in all of your obsidian, which yes, I know it definitely took a while and definitely costed you a lot of obsidian. I apologize. We're going to come here to our center block and actually build our spawning platform. So it can be out of any solid block that you want. And all we're going to do is we're going to build this all the way down to the other end on top of the obsidian. And now we're going to space them just 1 block apart throughout the whole way of the farm. So just like this, just like so. Platform, platform, platform. And like I said, this platform is going to go all the way down to the very opposite side of the farm. So I'll go ahead and show you guys real fast. We'll extend that just so we know where that is. And then we'll break this down and build it to the end of the farm still. As you can see, we're building it all the way down. Keep going all the way down to this end, and then yeah, we're just copying it the same way back. So we skip a block and then we'll place one here, and we're doing this on both sides through the whole entire farm. So it's gonna take a while, but go ahead and do that, and I'll be back with you guys once you place in all of your solid blocks. Alright, so I hope you were able to get in all those blocks that are 1 space apart, because it looks a little something like so. Hopefully it wasn't too much of a challenge. But next up, what we have to do is we actually have to place glass blocks. Okay, it doesn't matter what color. It has to be 1 block above this, because this is our platform. They're going to spawn here and get immediately pushed off and down there. So this whole entire way through, we just got to place glass blocks with a 1 block space in between them. So do this where all the platforms are, on every single one of these platforms. Go ahead and do that all the way through. I know, again, it's a lot of glass. Just smelt some glass up. Go to the sand pile. And yeah, it can be any color. Again, I'm just using white because I think white looks cool. And I got a bone meal farm, so white is pretty infinite. But yeah, anyways, I'll be back once I go ahead and finish that part up. I do hope you guys were able to do all of that. It was actually pretty simple. Again, lots of glass. But, oh man, I hope you guys were able to do it without a problem. As you see, just 1 block apart, all above these things. And now what we're going to have to do is we're actually going to line this whole side in half slabs, just to make sure that mobs can't spawn. But wait, on this side, we're going to, on every one of these things, we're going to cap them off by doing 1 block. Oops, 2 block. Ignore that one. And then a slab on top. So it's going to kind of look like the ramparts of a castle, I guess you could say. You see how we go 1, 2, and then thing on top. 1, 2, and thing on top. And you only need that on this side where the glass is. This side just slabs the whole way down. That side slabs all the way down. But that side where it caps off at the end of these things, we're going to go ahead and build up by 2 blocks and then that slab. So go ahead and do that the whole way through, just like I am. Make sure you put the slabs in between. So it's kind of like the castle walls, I guess you could say. But this is just so that they don't glitch out and run out there if they spawn here and whatnot. Alright, so I hope that wasn't too tough for you guys, as we see how we did it the whole way through. Just the stone block, the 2 blocks, and the stone slabs on top. It doesn't matter what kind of blocks you use, as long as it's solid block, and then slab. But now what we're going to do, we're going to come here to our pillar, where is the center of the farm at. And we're actually going to get ourselves a flint and steel. And then what we're going to do, we're going to come to the middle of our farm, which is going to be right here. And we're going to just go ahead and come here and get the exact coordinates of this. So it's going to be -108, 71, -13171. Of course, for you guys, it's going to be much different. Do not care about the middle one, okay? The only ones you care about is the left and the right, the X and the Z axis, I believe. Yeah, X and Z axis. Because, yeah, it doesn't really matter going up and down. But what you want to do is take both those numbers, divide by 8, and then go there in the Nether and build yourselves up a portal. So once you get those coordinates, make sure you remember them, write them down somewhere, because otherwise you'll forget them. You can go ahead and light this portal up. And now you're going to go ahead and go to the Nether. So build another portal farther away, which I will do right now. Alright, I just went over the cliffside and I built myself a portal, which I am doing right now. Just your normal little portal, as you would. I think I even built this wrong. Alright, so I went ahead and got the exact coordinates divided by 8, and that is going to be these coordinates that you see on my screen. Again, the middle one does not matter. And when you divide by 8, if you get a decimal, don't worry about it. Just go by the number that it's like, the whole number, not the decimal. Don't worry about that. But now when we light this, we should all spawn in the middle of the farm. And now every single Nether portal that's connected to this, or every single portal in the farm, as you can see, is going to be connected to that one in the Nether. So as you see, we spawn right here inside of our portal. So it's all working out just great. So now that we are here in the Nether, that is our portal where we placed that they came through. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go down by 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 blocks. Make sure it's all obsidian though, because these guys are going to be blowing up. Remember that. And right here, underneath this, here, we actually have to get underneath here. Right, and then once we are here, down by our 5 blocks, once we got down by that 1 block, we actually going to place some cobblestone walls right there, and then 2 slime blocks on top. The cobblestone walls are going to hold them in place on these slime blocks, and then the slime blocks are going to make sure they're all like the same health pretty much, so that they're not different healths. But now all we got to do, we're just going to bring these down by a little bit. It's pretty self-explanatory, you know, you obviously want them to come out through this way. So I'm going to do a little something like that. So again, make sure you build as much as you can of this out of obsidian, as it's going to be, we're going to have a charged creeper like right here, and that's going to blow up, and that's what's going to kill him. So make sure as much as you can is obsidian. Right, so all I'm going to be doing now, or what I did, is I added just 2 dispensers facing towards the portal and filled them up with snowballs. So in case any mobs do get stuck here, which every once in a while will happen, even though it's not a huge deal, we can go ahead and shoot them up with the snowballs and they're going to fall down here. It's really simple. I just made a ring down to the thing, and we're going to go ahead and build up a little bit of this. There's no like an exact way to do this. I haven't found like an exact great way or anything, but oof. This isn't a bot way, so pretty much I need more obsidian. So pretty much it's pretty self-explanatory. We have our little hole right here, which is just a tube that we built right next to this. And this is where all the creepers are going to drop down at, all the charged creepers. Because when they blow up, their blast is going to go along here. So make sure they are just above where these slime blocks are, like so. And yeah, all we got to do, of course, is just build this down, of course. So, you know, they can't come out and shoot us. I'm using a lot more obsidian, and then that's all we really need, is to have it leveled off like so. I'm going to put a little bit more in here because the blast is going to go right here. And if you guys can't see where they're coming from, what you got to do, you just got to get yourself some charged creepers, pretty much, just one. And we just have to throw him down this tube right here. And I would show a video how to do it, but I might just do like a separate video on how to do that. It's not super tough. I have my only creeper farm on my channel, so if you want to look up that and just connect it, you know, hit him with a channeling trident and then make him charge and bring him down here, it'll be easy. You don't need them like crazy because this farm produces so much. You really only need it a couple times and then you're pretty much set forever. But yeah, we went ahead and did that, and you know, the more obsidian, the better. It doesn't hurt, even though it's kind of tough to see with how dark it is. But yeah, we're just gonna add more obsidian around here, and that should be this part of the farm pretty much all the way done. So now all you gotta do is go through and light up every single one of your nether portals. And if you want to test, make sure you build it right. When you go through the portal, you should end up in your chamber, and when you come back through that portal that's in the chamber, you should be back in the middle portal or just one of these. And if you do that, that means it's working alright. But yeah, just go ahead and go through and light these all up. And the next step is going to be placing in all our water. So after you get this, go ahead and get yourselves a bunch of buckets of water. Or if you're cool enough and just have ice that you silk touched and you want to break that, you can use that too. So what we're going to do next is actually come out here to one of these walls, actually the far wall. And if you do remember, one of your blocks might still be in here, maybe not. And what we're going to have to do is when we have to break out this whole row of blocks. Alright, I already did some of them, but this whole wall of just the bottom row of blocks, we're going to break all of these out. And then we're going to go ahead and place all the andesite right behind it, just like so. And now we can go ahead and add ourselves our water sources in. Now, there's no real way to do this. I found the best way is just to like place one in and then go to the end of that one and place one in, because we don't want them getting stuck right here. So if you do that, it works. Kind of like at the end of every stream, you see how it ends here, we're going to place one. It's going to flow all out. At the end of this one, we're going to place one. And we're pretty much going to do this the whole way through for this wall at least. We're going to do the same thing on the far wall too. Of course, we're going to do something different for the middle. But yeah, go ahead and just place them all through just like so. After you went ahead and placed in all your water on this side and on that first side, next up we have the middle, and of course, or like all the in-between sections. So we're going to come down the middle. We're just going to do this pretty much the same exact thing. We're going to place one water source right there. Wait until the end and then place another one right there. And as you see, none of these guys are going to be pushed right here. I'm not going to go into it, but as you see at the end of the stream, where it very ends, as you see right here, it ends right there. So we're going to place it, and yeah, we're just going to go ahead and place this the whole way through at the very end of every single stream, inside of each and every little thing we have too. So I'll go ahead and let you guys do that, and I'll be back once you get done placing all of that water in. Alright guys, and so pretty much that is the whole farm. Next all you gotta do next is make yourself an Afk platform, which all you gotta do is come to this glass and you just go 24 blocks up. I built this out of scaffolding so I can climb up here nice and easily. And make sure it's all transparent blocks. You don't want solid blocks unless you absolutely have to, like this. I do have to, because I do sometimes get phantom spawning, but you want to limit the amount of blocks you have above your head, the solid blocks. Because if you didn't know, if you put a solid block above your head, a phantom will not spawn. But yeah, that's this whole entire farm complete. And so now I'll just go ahead and show you guys this whole farm in action. Yeah, real quick, I forgot to mention, go ahead and light up around 25 blocks around your farm, just to help from spawning in the mob cap and from stray spawning. And not just that this farm does work only at night, but trust me, when you see it working, you're going to realize you only need it to work at night. So yeah, go ahead and just sit up here until midnight, and then yeah, I'll be able to show you guys the farm in action and when it's spawning them and all that stuff. Alright guys, so I've been sitting here AFKing for like maybe 10 minutes, if that, but now I'm going to go ahead and fly over to our portal over here, and then we'll go ahead and see what kind of things we got. Let's see, how many drops do you think we got by now? How many people? We're getting dropped, I guess. That's annoying. So here we are by the farm. I already have our charged creeper in there. And as you can see, we got a whole lot of people here. Tons and tons of strays are sitting up here. So now all we're going to do, we're going to get our flint and steel out and light our charged creeper on fire. And we're going to take cover. And hopefully then we should be able to get all these drops. So yeah, let's go ahead and see this in action. So light and run. As you see, it blew them all up. It did break our slime blocks, unfortunately, so you might have to replace those. But we from that 10 minutes, we got ourselves 14 with the skeleton skulls. Yeah, 14. That is a lot of skulls. And that was, like I said, like not even 10 minutes. And yeah, the slime blocks, I don't know why they broke. You might have to replace those every once in a while, but... Oh yeah, and by the way, one thing I did completely forget to mention is you want to place in some trapdoors on the inside of this glass so that they think it's a solid block and they walk forward. Yeah, that was my fault. I should have remembered that. But, Either way, that is this for them all working. Hey, make sure if you want to learn how to get those charged creepers in here. I don't know if I 100% need a tutorial, but I totally can make one for you guys because it's pretty simple, to be honest. If you want those charged creepers, just go ahead and make sure you comment down below. But anyways, I think this is a good spot to end this video. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you learned how to build this and that it worked out just great for you guys. If you have any questions, I will be answering them all in the comment section down below. But either way, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, the usual, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.